r/ask Reddit. What should not cost money? Electronic money transfers. My insurance company charges a convenience fee to get their money monthly from my account. Things like this are why I quit buying tickets online and getting food delivered. College transcripts. They should be able to be delivered, transferred and processed for free. I feel like that should be included in the cost of tuition. After I spend tens of thousands to attend, the transcript shouldn't be extra. Maybe you get a free one every term, or a set number of free ones over your degree. Dying is surprisingly expensive. When my 25-year-old nephew died, it cost us over $6,500 for cremation and burial. That did not include the tombstone. I already told my dad if I die young, give me a natural burial or something. Don't waste all that money on caskets so I can rot in the ground, put back into the ground to fertilize the earth. Clean water. Water being free could lead to a lot of wastage as people won't care about using free water efficiently. Water and electricity shouldn't be free, but it should be cheap and accessible to everyone. The thing people ignore about clean water is the fact that it's clean. Yep, the fact. There's people studying the water, if it's safe to drink, if it's not, what are its components, and so on. You're right. There's a lot of money and hard-working people involved in every water treatment plant to make clean water a reality for everyone. Even as a utility, the government can't afford to just pay for everyone's access to it. Insulin. 100% agree. My brother has type 1 diabetes, so I know this struggle all too well. Air. Those damn O'Hares keep jacking up the prices. Honestly, anything that is mandatory to have. If I absolutely have to do something, then why do I need to pay for it as if it's a service I opted for? Like passports IDs. It's illegal to not have an ID, but I still have to pay a $100 every 5 years to get one. And anything that's absolutely basic to survival, like insulin, it should be cheaper at least. It's called broadening the tax base. You pay for it one way or another. By having the charge at point of access, then it taxes people who don't pay income tax. That is, someone with little or no income still has to pay for an ID. The COVID-19 vaccine when it comes out. I do agree that it should be free. However, the cost of development and manufacture still exist. If a small biotech company has been working on part of it but sees no compensation, then that could be it for them. The best way I could imagine is a country's government to pay for it. Of course, if your country has socialized healthcare, this will already be the case. Agree. Governments should definitely pay for it. Feminine products. Ain't it enough that I bleed out of my crotch once a month and cramp to no end at the same time? Edit. Whoa. I'm starting to understand what people mean by rip my inbox. Didn't expect this to blow up at all. I went to bed and my inbox died a little. To the people saying will say why don't you just make your own feminine products, and especially the one who told me to pay for your dues. Lady, the original comment came from a place that wants them to not cost nearly as much as they currently cost. I'm for sure okay with paying some of the cost, but I'm not okay with paying an egregious price for it. I'm speaking as someone who was raised in a family who wasn't always able to afford these things. Then, making my own? Do you really think that's totally sanitary? I live in Scotland where they made sanitary products free. They still cost money in the shops, but pretty much every public bathroom has free products. Besides the generic stuff people are going to say like healthcare and food and water, I say knowledge. I don't mean all colleges and schools be paid for, but there should be scholarly articles available to everyone without a paywall. Try directly contacting the researchers, like, check the abstract for their email, and contact them directly. They don't get paid when you buy their papers, only the publisher does. If you ask nicely, they will sometimes send them to you for free. Toilets. One of the most shocking things about going outside the US was paying to use a bathroom. So ridiculous. Public transport. If we need to be more green and save the environment, we have to have a clear alternative to cars. That's paid by them who demand such things, aka the government. In my experience in the US, public transportation is much cheaper than driving. It's just the size of the US makes it less convenient. It also varies widely from city to city. Some cities have public transportation infrastructure that actually gets you anywhere you need to go. Then there's Atlanta, where the subway gets you to only like 20% of the city, so everyone drives. Cashing a check at the bank that issued it. The pretext they give is that you don't have an account there. The person who wrote the check does. Now show me the money, not the fee. Odd story, but I had to open an account or have mortgage through the bank to cash a check. Furious, because the check I wanted to cash was from that bank. I filled out a MRTG application, found a house, and now I not only cash checks free, I also own a home. All because I got mad. I mean, it all worked out for me in a positive way. Hahaha. Former personal banker here. It was definitely a scummy marketing ploy where I worked. It's $5 to cash this payroll check every time. But if you open an account here, it's free. Car parking at hospitals. Thing is, urban hospitals would then become parking lots for people outside the hospital. If every other garage in the area charges $50 a day, the free one is going to be absolutely mobbed. The only way seems to be to provide vouchers to patients and their visitors. The hospitals I've experienced do seem to have some degree of that, but it should be more. I've also heard that some countries, like Norway, will reimburse for patients for healthcare travel expenses, which is awesome. Paying taxes on your own property after you pay it off. Don't misunderstand me, I am all for taxes and the government using our money to better our lives and such, but it just doesn't seem right to have to keep paying on something that you fully own. Edit. What I said, versus what everyone read. Taxes are evil, there shouldn't be any taxes, I should just get free stuff with no way to pay for it before applying. Please read my full comment and not just the very first sentence. I am for taxes. It is actually a Christian obligation to pay taxes. Parking permits for college students. Not only they are not free, but they are also outrageously expensive. $95. And they expire each year. So a 4-year student has to pay about $400 to park in the school parking lot. Where are you already paying premium dollars to attend there? On that note, Disney parking lot is also outrageous considering you are already paying top dollar for a ticket. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.